As we take on the visiting as we visit the Oakland Raiders. 2-5 is 5-3. 2-5 is 5-3. 2 unbeaten swept the Green Bay Packers and New England Patriots. Find out if they can hang on. Now you see 2-5 is 5-3. Big Ben is coming back Sunday.
Hello everybody, I'm Larry Ridley and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Confidence is never a question when it comes to wide receivers, and these two are no different. It's the Steelers going up against the Raiders.
Amari Cooper. 2-5 is 5-3. Sound squeezing.
This game is underway. He's brought down. And a run back of about 13. Honder's going to jog out to the huddle now.
Former Minnesota Viking.
Christian Ponder had some quality starts last year in 2000.
Former Viking.
The Minnesota Vikings, a former first-round pick out of Florida State, has the talent to get it done in the NFL. Ponder's got 2 tight ends on the field for this snap. He will not get away. He's taken down for the sack. You know, outside linebackers, they're everything all in one. They got to be a pass rusher, a pass cover guy, and they got to be able to stop the run. Nice job that time getting the sack. It was right there, but he didn't bring it in. And now we'll look at the Raiders offense. Middle of the road when it comes to passing yards on the season. Perhaps this week in practice they figured something out. The Steelers with a nickel look here on defense. Here's the handoff. He's brought down. That's going to bring up 4th down. That's a nice, powerful statement as they establish. Give the offense a little credit here, but, you know, somewhere, I don't know, maybe the defense going to have to put some weights in their pockets. You got to hang in there and make the tackle. The 44. Roethlisberger's a man who has certainly gotten better. Really throw that ball. Bell takes his spot in the backfield. Bell's handed the
Well,
Well, I know it's a short run that time by the offense, but it's what it's going to do for you long term. Keep running that football, try to wear the defense down.
Ben Roethlisberger takes a look down from under center. And now here's the toss. Keeps his legs moving. Here's the Steelers lineup. They've struggled this year in the passing game. The Steelers now on third down. Just a week ago, they converted at a high rate in third down situations. Bell in the backfield. Single back set. Third down and 3. And that incompletion is going to bring us to a very quick fourth down.
Jim, if it was up to me in a situation like this on 4th and short, I would not go for it. I would punt the football away, play field position, and not give momentum to the other team if you don't make it. But I'm not sure. We'll see what the coach does.
This punt will not be returned. It will never see the field of play as it sails out of bounds. The Steelers have been all about defense here of late. 3 and out the last time they were on the field.
Yeah, it was a really good drive by them, just stopping the offense so quick. And look, every aspect worked well. The coaches had to be really happy with the defense.
Thomas there to make the tackle.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Boy, if his head got yanked back the other way, an obvious face mask penalty, and that's a big one.
It's about safety of the players, too. That's why when you grab, hit the helmet in certain situations, it's going to be a 15-yard penalty. Don't grab the face mask.
Haluz taking the handoff. He is tackled at the 40-yard line.
Well, when you have a successful draw play, a lot of times it's up to the quarterback. As he's dropping back, if he holds that football up and makes everybody think it's a pass, it works. Then when he hands it to the running back, look out.
Here we go. 20.
Second down and 5. Going for the home run, but it's incomplete. Now a look at the Steelers' defensive lineup. They are the best in the league against the run. The Raiders come out in a 2 tight end set. Third down and 5. Haluz taking it on the screen. The tackle's made and the first down is picked up.
Don't always have to throw the football past the yard markers. That's another thing I hate to hear. This time, the offense throws it behind the yard markers on the screen pass. Good execution. They pick up a first down.
Timmons with the sack.
That's a bad job by the offense that time. There's no doubt about it. The blitz by the defense, they do not do a good job of finding out where everybody's blitzing from. They let a guy come free, and that free blitzer, or as we call them, free runners, he gets the hit on the QB and takes him down.
Mitchell's all over the ball carrier.
Got to give the defense credit here, Jim Nantz. Good job on the option play. They just attacked the offense. The quarterback kept the football, but there's nowhere to run, and they lost yards.
Raiders snapping at the 41. The ball is fumbled. The defense, he's in the clear. The 10, taking it all the way home for the touchdown.
What a deflating play for the offense. The defense picks up the fumble, takes it not only for a touchdown, but how long? Look at the blocks. That makes the offense lose its confidence. They're going to have a hard time coming back out on the field and making it happen.
It's good. The Steelers ready to boot the football down the field. He's got a chance to return this one. And he's tackled right at about the 28-yard line. The Raiders have put their quarterback in some really tough positions today. Ponder's been under a lot of heat today, Phil.
Well, saying they are struggling with pass protection is an understatement. The offensive line, they're just having an awful day.
The Steelers lined up in the nickel. The Raiders take it from the 28. Draw. That's a gain of 6.
Well, you got to have the draw play in your game or a delay. You know what that does? It fools the defense. And anytime you fool the defense, you usually get good gains.
Ponders ready for the snap. Empty backfield. Second down and 4. He's wide open for the grab.
Arm strength is a nice thing to have when the window of opportunity is very small. Quarterbacks with strong arms can still fire it in there. Nice throw right on target by the QB.
First down at the 44. Probably should have had that one, but it goes incomplete.
All you have to do is watch the head of the receiver. When they drop footballs, usually it's because you can see their head move the other way before the football gets there. That's what happened this time, and it's a drop pass.
Ponder's got it in the gun. Cooper's there to catch a ball that had a lot of heat on it.
What we saw there was probably the #1 route all teams work on when they go to training camp. The curl route. Find the open space in the defense. Quarterback throws it in there. Good job.
The Raiders have it at the 39. Airing it out, but it's incomplete. Just when you thought the receiver might run under that pass, the pass, in fact, is thrown too far. Incomplete.
It was overthrown a little bit, no doubt about it, and I have no problem with that. I just thought it was the wrong time to call a deep throw down the field. I was expecting a run or a short throw. No. We get the deep throw, and what do we get? Incompletion. Well, we still got a close game here, and you got to try to keep it that way. It's 3rd and long, and you're losing the football game. Don't take a chance on the offensive side. Wait for your next opportunity.
The Raiders will look to get to the 29 to pick up a first. The Raiders will take the snap from the 40. Michael Rivera with the reception. Raiders in for the score. That's his first touchdown catch of the season. And it looks like we'll be going into quarter number 2 with a tie game on our hands, partner.
Yeah, a tie game going into the 2nd quarter. Looks like it's going to be an exciting day. And listen, that's what we always love up here, isn't it? We love exciting games that stay close. And this one has the looks of that.
Now ready to kick it off as we have a tie game here. Scores 7-7. That'll be a touchback, and the ball will be placed at the 20. The Steelers' offense failed to muster a single first down the last time they had it. Let's see if their offense this time can create a few sparks.
Well, you know the coaches were upset at them when they went to the sideline, so the sense of urgency is there. You should be fired up, and I expect a better drive this time. Boy, there's nothing like a draw play. It just catches the defense by surprise, and running backs, they love it because they know they have a chance to get some easy yards.
The Steelers snap it at the 26. Tackle's made, and that'll move the chains.
Kind of refreshing to watch, isn't it, to see a team that has faith, the toughness, and the patience to just keep running the football, grinding out these first downs, resting their defense, and tiring out the opponent's defense.
The Steelers from the 32. The reception by Martavis Bryant. That's his first reception today.
A lot of times you look at the drag route and you think that's the safety valve. You know what? It is. The quarterback is always taught to look down the field. If there's nobody open, throw it to the drag route coming across the field. That time they did it. It's just short of getting the first down.
Bell's got it on the handoff. And Edwards just there to make the stop.
Bell's a great running back to have on your football team, isn't he? He goes up in there and gets the first down. Now your offense has 3 more chances.
The Raiders defense brings in an extra member of the secondary. They'll go nickel. Roethlisberger going down the field.
Brown's got a pair of grippers, and of course by that I mean hands. They are big, they are strong, and you need those to make that one-handed catch.
We're back here getting ready for the second quarter. Phil, that was a defensive tug of war the first quarter.
It sure was, and it was a tug of war, and it was boring. That's what it looked like. I want to give the defense some credit. I thought they did well, but really the offenses, just poor play selection, poor execution, and you got to get some emotion going out there on the offensive side. Steelers, they believe in their offense. They know once they get inside the red zone, they can run or throw. That time they run the football, and it picks up some good solid yards. Great job by the offensive line.
Gives it to him again. And they are in on Bell. Give him about 4 yards.
Bell's trying to be patient, but there is nowhere to run that time, and he only gets a short gain.
The offense heads to the line for the 7th play of the drive. Bell will get it on the toss. Allen's going to make the tackle.
Bell's looking for a place to run, but there is nowhere to go. The offensive line just gets dominated. Good job by the defensive line that time.
The kick is good. They've taken the lead on that field goal with the second quarter just getting going.
Nice job by the offense. I thought there were a few plays called that time by the offensive coordinator that were not very good, but they overcame the coaching and still got 3 points.
He's not going to test the coverage this time. It'll come out to the 20. The defense comes back onto the field for this next series, and man, if they set the pace for this game so far, as their side has the lead.
Yeah, listen, I like what they're doing, and what's making this work is the fact that they just don't miss tackles. When they have an opportunity, they take the offensive player down.
That's his first reception today.
The Raiders coaching staff has done a good job of mixing things up today on first down. The pass catches the defense off guard. They pick up solid yards. Now it's 2nd and short.
Second and 2. Cooper's ready to run off the screen. Gains 12.
On the defensive side, when you see wide receiver screens, you must run at the receiver with good angles. That time the defense didn't do it, and that's what cost them, and they gave up the big play.
Ponder's completion percentage, 60% on the day. Halu's going to secure the handoff. Going to lose yards here. The Raiders trail in this one, and the running game has not been an asset. Halu's going to get more touches, and you know he has to learn how to find some openings to get his team back in this one.
You know, I agree with that, Jim, but also I think you got to start to think about changing the play calling. Get this defense off balance, then go back to the run and see if you can catch them off guard. Well, there's no doubt what to do in a situation like this. You do not take a chance and put your team in a position where they have to make a big comeback in the second half.
2 tight ends on the field here. 3rd and 12. Got a flag.
Holding offense.
The Raiders are going to have to punt. Antonio Brown will return this punt. He's tackled at the 30 and a run back of about 11. The Steelers step back onto the field on offense. Their last possession resulted in a field goal.
Well, I know this. It was good defense on the other side. That's what made them kick that field goal. So the defense is feeling good about the fact that they stopped that momentum by the offense and made them kick that field goal.
And they are in on Bell. He's averaging about 4 yards a carry.
Running backs in the NFL now, it's hard to bring them down. That time, nice job of breaking the tackle.
Second down following the run. Roethlisberger with the give. Tuck's able to read that play and make the hit.
The Raiders defensive coordinator, my gosh, he is one happy guy. Anytime you get in the backfield and stop a runner and make him lose yards, that's some good stuff.
The Raiders defense now is going to go nickel. 3rd and 6. The pass is off the mark, and that's a 3 and out. There's going to be an injury timeout here. We'll take a quick break and be back in just a moment. Touchback now as the ball comes out to the 20. The Raiders didn't get much out of that last drive, so now here they come again on offense. I'm sure they're going to be a little bit more of an urgency to the offense this time.
Well, I'll just say this to you, Jim Nance. I sure hope so. After that last drive, that was just too generic, wasn't very well thought out, and they got to change what they're doing on the offensive side.
Got to give that defense a little credit, though, don't you?
Well, yeah, the defense did its job, but man, that was pretty easy.
Danielle's got an injury update for us. Let's go to her now.
Guys, I just spoke with a Steelers official. The injury appears to be a broken collarbone. He will not be returning to today's game, and the team won't know the extent of the injury until after the x-rays. On top of that, they're saying it's hard to know how long he'll be out for right now, but they would not rule out an extended absence.
Well, we see it more and more. Football thrown behind the line of scrimmage. They do it that time. Nice catch, but a loss of yards on the play.
Loss of 3 on the play. 3rd and 5. Haluz, the receiver, on the screen. It's been quite a start for this defensive unit, Phil, as once again they forced the punt in the second quarter.
Well, good job getting that 3rd down stop, getting
Yo,
off the field.
awesome.
Of course, you've had success, so you feel good about that. And now you get to go to the sideline, rest up, and get ready for the next opportunity.
Still powering ahead. Picks up about 2.
Well, the best thing we can say about that punt return, well, he didn't fumble the football.
The Steelers' offense is on the field, hoping to erase the memory of their last drive, which was completely unproductive. A quick 3 and out.
Yeah, it was. I don't know if they can erase this defense. This defense is pretty good. We saw that in the last drive, and they got good players, and they're pretty excited, so this is going to be tough on the offense. This is just another way when you run the draw play to see if the defense that you're going against has discipline. If they don't, draw plays work great.
2nd and 4. Bell's going to take the handoff now. And we've reached the 2-minute warning. And now returning to the field, just 2 minutes to go, and it's a big spot as we've got an offense that would love to increase that lead before the intermission. 1st down at the 44. Jarring hit that time. Knocks the ball free.
Bell's really hit hard that time. And I know the football hit his hands, but when a defender times it perfectly like that, with that much power and speed going into that receiver, you are going to let that football go. That's human nature. Really good job by the defensive player.
2nd down and 10. And incomplete. What a hit that time.
3rd long situations. A lot of coordinators in this league will run a draw play on 3rd long. Why? Because they're just looking for field position pick up a few yards, and then by some miracle, if the running back's able to make guys miss, break some tackles, and pick up a first down, man, that's just great.
Could have been intercepted.
The Steelers really don't have much of a chance of picking up this first down. It's third and long. Of course, the defense is looking for passes down the field. They're all over everything, and the pass goes incomplete.
And a touchback. The Raiders offense comes back onto the field. Let's see if they can move the chains this time, because the last possession was ugly. They weren't out there very long.
Jim, you know how I think in situations like this, I think it's more up to the coach than the players. Call a play that really catches the defense off guard so you can get an easy gain and get the momentum on your side and get it rolling. Managing that clock, such a big deal in the NFL. That's why they're hurrying up. Don't use that timeout. Keep those timeouts, because that is going to maybe give you a chance to win the game. Got to give the defense a lot of credit here. You want to stop the offense and scoring here with under 2 minutes to go in the first half. Good pressure on the quarterback, and they take him down behind the line of scrimmage.
3rd and 12 to go. He runs with it right up the gut. How about the way this defense has played in the first half, Phil?
Jim, I like the way they're playing. They're playing smart. They're extremely aggressive, which I always love on the defensive side. And they got rewarded there getting off the field on 3rd down.
Brown's got a chance this time. McGill's there to take him down. That return's good for about 6. The Steelers heading back out there on offense, hoping to improve on their last possession, which ended rather quickly with a punt.
Yeah, I think what they got to do, they got to come out and be a little more creative. Get the defense off guard. Make them think over there. That was too generic what they did on the offensive side. If you want to score, show some ingenuity. I think that's the hardest pass a defensive back has to defend. The long throws down the field. You have to wait till the last second to make your play. That time the defensive back did it. What a play.
The Raiders with a nickel look here on defense. Bell's handed the football. Taken down at the 33. The Steelers are going to burn the first of their 3 timeouts right here. Offense ready for action coming out of their timeout. And this will be a 50-yard field goal try. The kick it's through there. The kick is good. We'll take a break for halftime and be back to Pittsburgh for the start of the 3rd quarter.
Thanks, Jim, and welcome to the EA Sports Halftime Report. Now let's get to it. The Steelers want to continue to give their fans something to cheer about in the second half. The Raiders know it's always hard to come in and get a win on the road, but they're not out of this one yet. So let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. They have it up the 44-yard line. Patoa is going to complete a pass into coverage, and it's going to end up going for a gain of 17. Same drive, quick pass and completion is made here, and he'll win the sprint to the end zone. Raiders tied up at 7. Steelers on offense, first quarter winding down. Brown's gonna haul in the pass, and the pass and catch will end up going for 36 yards. So that's it from here. We'll kick you back out to the field for the start of the second half.
We are back for the start of the 3rd. Jim Nantz, Phil Simms here at Heinz Field. Makes the catch at the 7. And the tackle's made right around the 25-yard line. The Steelers offense takes the field. Let's see if this momentum can carry over from the first half, because they have been brilliant to this point, partner.
Yeah, a lot of things change in that locker room at halftime. You know, you might feel good about what you've done. Of course, you got to realize the defense might be upset and is willing to come out here and take more chances in the second half.
2nd down now. The Raiders lined up in the nickel. Roethlisberger's going to take the snap from the shotgun. Incomplete. The hit jarred the ball loose.
Well, it's do or die right now, and you've got to go ahead and make the call to give your offense a chance to get this first down. And I know this team, they have a lot at their disposal. I think there's a play in there that's going to give them a good chance.
3rd and 10. And a flag comes out. Intercepted. He's brought to a halt.
Holding offense.
That penalty is, of course, going to be accepted by the defense. Bell in the backfield. Single back set. Bell's taking the handoff. And he is brought down at the 39. He's averaging 5 yards per carry on the day.
Well, he's in the NFL because of this, because this guy can break tackles. Good job on that play.
Second and short. Down the field. Almost intercepted.
They call that the moment of truth. It's a beautiful throw down the field, but the defensive back, he waits until it's time to make that jump. He defends the pass. What a good job by the defensive back.
3rd down and 1. Bell's got it on the handoff. Going to take it the distance. Bell's taken down at the 18.
That's what you want to do. Get a first down while you're on top and keep that clock moving and just controlling the football game. Good job by the offense managing things so far here today.
Let's see how they back up the big play here. Williams got it on the toss. Gains 13.
First down by the offense in the red zone, and, you know, you're on the defensive side. You don't have to worry about deep passes anymore. You can be more aggressive and take some chances.
1st and goal from the 5. Williams over the line. Touchdown. And that touchdown puts them in the driver's seat. Early stages of the second half.
You know, somewhere along the line, you got to take a stand, and you just got to say, I've had enough. And on the defensive side, they didn't do that in that drive, so maybe they could come out on the offensive side, find a way to score some points.
And no return this time as he takes a knee. The Raiders offense trots out onto the field, looking to get into the end zone and see if they can turn the tide in this one, partner.
Well, the fact that they are losing this game so far, the sense of urgency is there on the offensive side. You know, you have many plays in that playbook. I think they need to try a few different ones here in the second half. Jim, when you're down multiple scores in the second half, you're looking for the little things to get momentum on your side. So just get a first down. Don't look for the big plays. That was a good job by the offense that time.
The offense is set at the line for the first down after that completion. Halu's going to secure the handoff. That's a gain of 6. He's averaged about 2 yards on the day.
Nice run that time. When you run the football like this, out. There's no doubt about it. Nice job by the offensive line.
Quarters formation here for the defense. Ponders back in shotgun formation. Comes away with it. How about how high he went up in the air to get that one?
Unbelievable job that time. And again, that's part of every offense now in the NFL. It wasn't like that when I played. We didn't have guys that could go up and make catches like that.
Ponders completion percentage 70% on the day.
If you want to run the football to success, you're going to have plays like this where they pick up very little yardage. Don't listen to the fans. Keep running it, and it'll work.
2nd down and 7. Smith makes the catch. And he's taken down, but not until he picks up the first.
Nice job that time by the tight end. Makes the catch, and you got to look out for him now in the NFL. Remember, they're usually the closest receiver to the quarterback. Quarterback gets in trouble, he's going to look for the tight end.
1st down at the 39. And methodically, he just throws it away. The football just inside the 40 at the 39. Midway into the 3rd. And a flag comes out.
Holding offense.
The defense accepts the penalty. After that penalty, it's now 2nd down and 20. Back to the ground. Thomas there that time for the tackle.
Well, the most common thing that most offensive coordinators do in the NFL on 3rd and long situations, they're going to call a play where they probably don't think they're going to pick up the 1st down, but they're looking for field position.
The Steelers defense brings in an extra member of the secondary. They'll go nickel.
False start offense.
The offense heads to the line for the 7th play of the drive. The Raiders will look to get to the 29 to pick up a first. Ponders back in shotgun formation. Lee Smith with the reception.
The Raiders go with a safe call here on 3rd and long. They throw it short, and let me tell you something. Sometimes quarterbacks love 3rd and long. Why? Because they know they're going to get a completion to a short receiver. Doesn't pick up the 1st down here, but at least they get the completion.
And there's only 2 yards to be found right there. Now, as we see the numbers, a lot of credit goes to the coaching staff for not giving up on the run game. It wasn't working early, but has paid off late.
Jim, you were right that time. The coaching staff, they've shown a lot of patience to stay with the run game. The offensive line, of course, they're playing better. They're tough, and now they're finally getting it done.
He's averaging right around 7 yards per carry on the game. The Steelers have been able to rely on a strong rushing attack these past 2 weeks. Bells looked as good, if not better, than he did a week ago, Phil.
No doubt this offense and the running back, they have found the rhythm of running the football. A lot of fun to watch it.
He rips it right out of the wide receiver's hands.
Well, sometimes when you have a talented receiver, you just got to put up with plays like that. He might drop a few, but when he does catch it, they can make a big play.
3rd and 3 coming up. The Raiders defense now is going to go nickel. Roethlisberger from the gun. Tries to get the feet down, but this will be ruled incomplete.
The Steelers go with the pass that time on 3rd and short. The defense was ready, and they stopped the pass. Now we have a 4th down situation.
Cooper's going to look for space now. That return's good for about 13. Lawrence Timmons coming onto the field now. And throughout these first 3 quarters, it's safe to say that he and this D have been the ones dictating the action.
If you want to be a great defensive player in the NFL, of course you need talent, but you need energy. And that's what defense is about. And, man, Jim, have we seen some energy from him today?
What a catch. That's his 6th catch of the day.
Receivers in the NFL now, they can get down the field and just give them a chance. That's what the quarterback did. Nice catch by the receiver.
Ponder's completion percentage 70% on the day. Trying to plow ahead.
The Raiders know once they get inside the 20-yard line, you have to be able to run the football also. It can't be pass, pass, pass all the time. The offensive line comes through. Good solid run that time.
Halu's going to take the handoff now. He's averaged about 2 yards a carry on the day. The Raiders have continued to try to find a rhythm on the ground. Halu's finding it impossible to find any open space.
Well, when something's not working, what do? You do something else. How about some short passes? Get the defense to back off, so then maybe you can run the football better. Good job that time by the defensive player. He reads the quarterback, gets in position, down near his own end zone, knocks that pass down.
The kick is good.
That was a good hold, good kick, 3 points. Good job by the offense.
The Steelers set to return the kick. Brown's got it. And the tackle's made. The offense will start their drive from about the 31. The Steelers have done a whale of a job taking their halftime lead and adding a whole lot more to it here in the third quarter.
And they're just doing everything we saw them do in the first half. Just dominating the pace of play and just being more physical than the defense. I guess you'd say he's like a quarterback. You can't complete them all. And this running back, he can't make every run spectacular. Nowhere to go, so only gets a couple yards this time.
Roethlisberger's going to take it from the gun. Roethlisberger and Miller with that combination. Back that time, in on the tackle. The Steelers still on offense to start the fourth. Capped off the third quarter with a huge play. This play set up by the long gainer. Bell's handed the football and picks up maybe 3 or 4. The Raiders are behind right now, and you see the numbers are giving up a lot of yardage on the ground, and it stands out because it's so out of character for this unit.
The tempo of this game is being set by the offensive side, the way they are running. They got all the situations in their favor, and the defense can't get them in those obvious passing situations. Always good to have these types of runs. Yeah, it's not a first down, but it sends a message. It shows everybody that you can run it when you want to, and also it opens up so many other things for your offense.
The Steelers snap it up at the 26. Just when they needed it at last to hit on a third down conversion.
Bell is able to get it done that time. Why? Because he has the power and the will to make it happen. Third and short, he just gets it done with sheer willpower.
1st and 10. The catch by Bell. The Steelers get a first down. The Steelers are up right now, and a big reason why is the offense is coming through. On the season, you see the numbers, and they're not great. But today, they certainly have been in the groove.
Jim, I'll just say this. Finally, all the hard work is paying off. It's starting to show on the field. Boy, but it has been one frustrating year for this offense. What a job by the defense down on the goal line. They were playing run all the way. It was a run. They got the penetration, and they tackled the runner for a loss.
Ben Roethlisberger will take the snap out of the gun. 2nd and goal from the 10-yard line. Touchdown. Steelers put 6 on the board. Early in the fourth, and they look to have seized control of this one with that touchdown.
Boy, I think they did. Now it's up to the defense. Go out there and shut the opponent's offense down. If you do that, this game is in the bag. Hey, I like to play. Really creative thought process there, and the offense caught the defense by surprise.
The Steelers getting set for the kickoff. Cooper's got a chance to return this one. And the tackle tackles made. The offense will start their drive from about the 31. The Steelers' defense on that last series may have taken some positives out of only allowing a field goal.
Well, listen, I think 3 is better than 7. No question about that when you're talking about the defense. But they got some corrections to make. I think they did it on the sidelines, and this time they're looking to go out there and get a 3 and out.
Smith makes the catch.
Jim, here in the fourth quarter, when you're down, what you want to do is just keep that football moving. That time it's a short throw. He gets a completion. Good job.
Ponder's completion percentage 70% on the day. 2nd and 6. Haluz, the receiver on the screen. Allen's the one who brings him to the ground. The Steelers lead right now, but of course a big reason why is that defense has shown up to play.
Jim, to win in the NFL, you have to do all 3 phases of the game the right way. Offense, special teams, and that defense must show up every single week. Good job so far here today.
And Crabtree's got the catch and the first. That's reception number 2 for him. The Raiders still trail, but as we look at the passing numbers, it's hard to find much fault with them. Ponders led his team on the field today and has posted some very impressive numbers.
Yeah, the offense has been sharp, and I'll say this, in the NFL, if you're trying to make a comeback, the easiest way to do it is to do it with a hot quarterback and the offense that's clicking on all cylinders. Raiders did a good job there on first down. That pass picks up some good solid yards. Now 2nd and short, much easier to call those kind of plays.
Ponders now completed 4 in a row. Dropping back now into the shotgun. The Raiders now move the chains.
I don't know what the answer is when it comes to guarding these tight ends now. There's just not much you can do. I'll tell you the best way to stop the tight end, rush the quarterback.
First down at the 44. Murray's got it. Draw play.
Got to give the defense some credit on first down. There's so many things the offense can do. They were ready for that play, and they stopped it.
Loss of 2 on that play. The Steelers sat at the line. Dime package. Quick drop back. And they deck the quarterback.
I'm just going to give the defense a lot of credit for all these sacks they've got here today. They take him down one more time. When you got this much talent on the defensive side, you're going to sack the quarterback.
The Steelers with a nickel look here on defense. 3rd and a long way to go. Latavius Murray makes the catch. And he's going to be tackled, and that's going to bring us to 4th down.
Good job by the defense, staying in the right spots. They give up the short pass. They make the tackle, and now we have 4th down coming up.
Christian Ponder from the shotgun.
The Raiders decided to go for it on 4th down that time, and hey, it didn't pay off. And of course, the coach, look at him now. He is second-guessing his decision.
A lot of things have to go wrong in any game for it to be this one-sided. But you look at the matchup at running back, and it's certainly just one more thing that stands out.
Yeah, when you run the football well, we all know you control the tempo of the game, and also you get into all the situations that favor your offense and your defense. That's why they're blowing the other team out.
First down at the 41. And they are in on Bell. As we've seen today, this is a team that's dedicated to the run, and it's paid off with some very good stats on the ground.
Well, it shows you what the coach thinks. He believes in running the football, and when you believe in it, what happens to your football team? They become tough, and they have shown that toughness here today. That's why they have such a good ground game going.
Incomplete, almost going in the other direction. 2 minutes to go in the second half. Back now in this one, and time is running out here in the fourth quarter. The Steelers have to get to the 49 for a first. Roethlisberger takes the snap from the gun. gets the ball onto the other side of the field.
I think the coach on the sidelines, he's going to be happy with every first down because he knows that's more time off the clock. When you're up like this, multiple scores in the second half, every first down just puts the odds in your favor of winning this game.
They go screen with Bell. He's churning ahead, and that's a gain of 9.
Steelers have been awesome today on first down. That time it's a nice play design. They throw the football, it picks up solid yards. Second and short, boy, that's what every offense likes to be in.
Roethlisberger's completion percentage, 40% on the day. And they are in on Bell after a gain of about 10.
Well, that's just the right call to make. In this situation, just run the football. Don't try to be some genius.
Got this
who
win
gets
in the bag.
defense off guard, manage the clock, and just get this game over with.
Bell in the backfield, single back set. Back to the ground now on first down. Bell's marked down after a gain of 9. He's now averaging 6 yards a carry on the day.
My man has been a workhorse all season long. He loves to carry the football. The offense keeps giving it to him. Big reason why he's in the top 10 in rushing attempts so far this year.
Second down and 1. Tackle's made, and the first down is picked up.
Right call here by the coach in this situation. Keep running the football. Keep that clock moving. You have the lead. Just tell your quarterback to tell everybody on offense this. Hold on to the football and don't have a penalty where you can stop that clock.
Steelers go up to 6-3.
Well, they came in off a win.
Final score: Steelers 27, Raiders 10.
2 weeks in a row, Jim, you play good football, you win. That's a lot of positive.
Now you see, final score: Steelers 27, Raiders 10.
No way you think you'll lose the following week.
For Phil Simms and all the crew, Jim Nance saying so long.
That's a good team right there. Steelers are up 6-3 this season. We got our next team. We're gonna set to take on. We're set to take on the Cleveland Browns. Yep, we get the Steelers face their rival, the Cleveland Browns. Still in first place. Let's get to week 9. Something's off with the Bengals, the Browns. Taking on the Bengals. Bengals won in Cincinnati. They beat the Browns by 7 points, 38-31. Andy Dalton threw for 301 yards, 2 touchdowns. Ryan Nassib ran for 323 yards, a touchdown. Jeremy Hill had a great game, ran for 110 yards, 2 touchdowns. Isaiah Cromwell ran for 64 yards, a touchdown. Savani Bernard ran for 39 yards, a touchdown. Terrence West ran for 21 yards, 2 touchdowns. Andrew Hawkins ran for 95 yards, a touchdown. AJ Green ran for 112 yards. Tyler Everett ran for 62 yards, 2 touchdowns. No picks, 38-31. The unbeaten Packers are still undefeated. They beat the Panthers in Carolina 20-10. Aaron Rodgers threw for 278 yards, 2 touchdowns and a pick. Cam Newton threw for 223 yards, touchdown and 2 picks. Eddie Lacy ran a good game, ran for 116 yards. Devontae Adams ran for 89 yards for touchdown. Jordy Nelson ran for 74 yards for touchdown. Jared Boykin ran from Virginia Tech ran for 7 yards for touchdown. Ooh, picked out by Kurt Holman. Picked up by Morgan Burnett from VA Tech. Picked up by Sidionian Bean left. That is why the New England Patriots are no longer undefeated in their first loss. 31-14. Cole McCoy threw for 158 yards. Tom Brady went for 218 yards for touchdown and 2 picks. Alfred Morris ran a good game, went for 101 yards. Cyrus Reed went for 47 yards for touchdown. Colt McCoy rushed touchdown 27 yards. Tom Brady rushed touchdown 11 yards. Julian Edelman ran for 73 yards for touchdown. Picked off by Duke Hensu from San Jose State. Pacers have their first loss of the season. Titans beat the Saints in New Orleans 16-14 by 2 points. Marcus Mariota threw for 183 yards, had a good game. Drew Brees threw for 166 yards and a pick. CJ Spiller ran for 108 yards for touchdown. Sankey ran for 98 yards for touchdown. Mark Ingram ran for 62 yards for touchdown. Kendall Wright ran for 76 yards. Picked up by Wesley Woodyard. Bills win it easy in Buffalo, defeat the Dolphins, sending them to another loss, 28-7. Emmanuel had a good game, went for 183 yards for touchdown. Ryan Tannehill went for 108 yards for interception. Deshaun McCoy had a good game, went for 84 yards for touchdown and fumble. So did Fred Jackson, ran for 64 yards for 2 touchdowns. Lamar Miller ran for 56 yards for touchdown. Bryce Brown ran for 46 yards for fumble. Robert Woods ran for 36 yards. Percy Harvard ran for 76 yards for touchdown. Picked up by Duke Williams. Easy win for the Bills. Rams beat the Vikings in Minnesota 19-14 by 5 points. Nick Foles threw for 193 yards for touchdown and a pick. Teddy Bridgewater ran for 108 yards for touchdown and 2 picks. Adrian Peterson had a good game, ran for 90 yards for touchdown. Trey Mason ran for 71 yards for touchdown. Stephon Austin ran for 59 yards. Kenny Britt ran for 70 yards for touchdown. Charles Johnson ran for 35 yards for touchdown. Picked up by Xavier Rhodes from Florida State. Picked up by James Leonidas from Ohio State. Picked up by Mark Barron from Alabama. Jets win by 6 points against the Jaguars in New York 23-17 in overtime. Ryan Fitzpatrick threw for 259 yards for 2 touchdowns. Blake Bortles ran for 240 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. Denard Robinson ran for 88 yards for fumble. Zach Stacy had a good game, ran for 63 yards for touchdown. Zach Stacy ran for 29 yards for touchdown. Brendan Marshall ran for 65 yards for touchdown. Alan Hearns ran for 34 yards for touchdown. Allen Robinson ran for 64 yards for touchdown. Picked up by Antonio Cromartie. Picked up by Zachary Zarin from Temple. The Giants won an easy one against the Buccaneers in Tampa Bay, 21-3. Eli Manning threw for 263 yards to touchdown. Jameis Winston went for 123 yards for interception. Rashad Jennings went for 65 yards. Andre Williams had a good game, 18 yards for touchdown. Mike Evans ran for 72 yards. Victor Cruz ran for 103 yards. Odell Beckham Jr. ran for 51 yards with 2 touchdowns. Picked up by Nat Bray. Easy win for the Giants. 49ers. Went to San Francisco in an upset against the Falcons, 30-24. Colin Kaepernick threw for 120 yards. Son Renfree threw for 320 yards, touchdown and 2 picks. Canell Davis ran for 164 yards, 2 touchdowns. Carlos Hyde ran for 64 yards with 2 touchdowns. Devontae Freeman ran for 41 yards with a touchdown. Colin Kaepernick had a fumble with 26 yards. Navane Tolo went for 43 yards. Ronnie Wright went for 133 yards. Devontae Freeman went for 30 yards with a touchdown. Picked up by Serain Wright from USC. Picked up by Antoine Betham. The Colts beat the Denver Broncos in Indiana. Final score 31-28. Andrew Luck threw for 354 yards with touchdown and 3 picks. Peyton Manning threw for 215 yards with a touchdown and 2 picks. Frank Gore ran for 94 yards with touchdown and fumble. Suzanne Anderson ran for 55 yards, 2 touchdowns and fumble. Vic Ballard had a good game, ran for 36 yards with 2 touchdowns. Ty Helton ran for 157 yards with a touchdown. Demetrius Thomas ran for 68 yards with a touchdown. Picked up by Brandon Marshall. Picked up by Greg Tolan. Picked up by Aqib Talib. Vontae Davis with the interception. 31-28. The Eagles beat the Dallas Cowboys in Arlington, Texas by 6 points. 40-34 in overtime. Mark Sanchez threw for 166 yards for touchdown. Sam Bradford ran for 143 yards for touchdown. Brandon Ween threw for 367 yards, 4 touchdowns and an interception. Devin Sproles ran for 132 yards with a touchdown and fumble. Joseph Randall ran for 99 yards. Ryan Matthews ran for 52 yards with 2 touchdowns. Chris Ryan ran for 108 yards with a touchdown. Cole Beasley ran for 106 yards with a touchdown. Riley Cooper ran for 65 yards with a touchdown. Joseph Randall, 26 yards with 2 touchdowns. Picked up by Earl Wolf. And Monday Night Football, it was also a 6-point deficit. The Bears beat the San Diego Chargers 41-35. Also in overtime. Jake Cutler threw for 358 yards. What a game he had. 4 touchdowns, 2 picks. Phil Rivers threw for 292 yards, 2 touchdowns and a pick. Matt Forte ran for 111 yards, touchdown. Melvin Gordon ran for 94 yards, 2 fumbles. Danny Woodhead ran for 31 yards, 2 touchdowns. Laquise Rogers from Oregon State ran for 6 yards with a touchdown. Alshon Jeffrey had a good game, ran for 88 yards with 2 touchdowns. Keenan Allen ran for 137 yards with a touchdown. C.B. Johnson ran for 47 yards with a touchdown. Eddie Royal ran for 84 yards with a touchdown. Matt Forte ran for 64 yards with a touchdown. Ooh, picked up by Brandon Fowles from Virginia Tech. Picked up by Donald Butler. Picked up by Kyle Fulham. Another 6-point deficit. Remember, the Steelers are 6-3 this season, leading the AFC North. Remember, the only unbeaten left is the Green Bay Packers. For stuff, the Browns are all 2-7. Colts are 6-3. Both teams on a 3-game win streak. Colts and Titans, they're 4-4. Texas are 1-7. AFC East, Patriots have suffered their first loss. Dolphins have lost 2 in a row, 7-1 and 6-2. Kansas City Chiefs still on a 5-game win streak, they're 7-1. Raiders 2-6. NFC North, Packers 8-0. Going unbeaten left, both 2-6 teams, Lions and the Bears. NFC South, Panthers are 3-5, Buccaneers 3-5, and also 2-8 ties, Saints 2-7, Falcons 2-7. NFC East, some 4-game win streaks for the Redskins at 6-2, Eagles 6-2, Dallas Cowboys 4-4. NFC West, Seahawks are 7-1, 6-game win streak, and the 49ers finally won their first game, 1-8 of the season. So yeah, the Packers are 8-0, the only undefeated team left in the season. 8-0 for the Packers. Well done. They're at the halfway point.